Welcome to Questionable Fandom. I'm Alex.
I'm Casey.
And episode 14, man.
This is episode 14. We need to start naming them, but I would name them retroactively, so I guess we would always still say what number it was at the top.
Yeah. I mean, we probably should name them so that in the feed it pops up with a name.
I'd have to go listen to them all, and who wants to listen to us?
I would listen to them all. Actually, no, that's not even true anymore. I've listened to a lot of them.
You listen to them in pieces.
Yeah, not kind of.
Not fair.
These last couple, I've just been kind of lazy on the editing and just like turncoat the silence where it's like no real gaps.
I get it. It's so fun.
It speeds it up so much.
Yeah. I like the show. It's fine. I just haven't named them.
Yeah.
Neither one of us has anyway.
I think no, one does have a name, The Good Omens.
Well, yeah, of course.
But that's it.
Yeah. You should have at least named the Gen Con one like Gen Con 2019.
I probably could go back and do it. I actually probably could look at our short little show notes and do it real quick.
I was thinking about getting like quotes from episodes. Maybe they're funny.
Yeah.
Something
Actually, I listen to a podcast that does that. They'll be talking. They'll actually like pull up news stories and read them and give commentary on them.
Yeah.
And generally at some point they'll say something completely random or stupid and like that's our episode name.
Yeah.
Do you have anything interesting? Anything worth talking about?
Won't. No, we played.
Yeah.
We played games. We
Finally played Rising Sun.
played Rising Sun. This game's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Loved it.
I enjoyed it.
I didn't know it was
horribly.
People don't understand what we're talking about. It's a board game. I did not know it was a board game. Was it their first board game?
I really don't know.
It came from.
It's Cool Mini.
Yeah, it came from Cool Mini or Not, and they were doing Zombicide and things like that. And we bought Rising Sun because it's got miniatures. I always assumed it was just an Oriental dungeon crawler thing.
I knew it wasn't that, but I wasn't sure what it was.
Yeah, it's just a straight board game.
Yeah, it's just a straight up board game with awesome looking minis.
It's just like a worker placement game almost. Like there's nothing.
Actually, yeah, it kind of is.
So it's like it's a hybrid game, but like it's.
Oops. There's no dice rolling.
Yes, it's that's what I told a buddy of ours who doesn't really play games all that much. Well, because he's a buddy of ours sorta, but he doesn't play games like we do because we play too many games with dice or just cards.
Yeah, I mean there are a fair number of cards in it, but
it's not the same. Like you don't get a randomized set of cards. Like you choose every card. You pay for it with your resources that are available to you. It's just a straight board game. You place your workers where you want to place them. Yeah, and you buy your resources and you buy your cards and your upgrades and you accumulate your resources. And then it's got a silent auction like a Euro.
Kind of. I guess it could be. It is an auction, just not the way I was thinking of an auction.
It's abstract.
Yeah.
Sure.
You're using the coins to buy an action for the combat steps.
Yeah. But it's got a lot of the same feelings of like a couple of times. I don't think I ever bet on all four, but a couple of times I would just like go all in on one and put like just one coin on two other actions. So it's like if nobody takes it, I get it.
Right. Kind of like that last battle with me is I did put a coin on the Romans, but I didn't think I was going to get it because you pretty much did what I was thinking you were going to do.
Yeah. It's a good game, though. I liked it a lot.
I didn't like that. I enjoyed it, even if I lost horribly.
I want to play it more and with more people. I think it would be better with more people.
I think it would, too, because there would be more wars. I think, actually, 6 players probably be best.
Yeah.
Just because that way, every single zone's a war.
Yeah.
Once a season.
Yeah. I mean, they are. Every single zone will be up for grabs. And I just like the idea, like, a lot of times we just have one-on-one. Like, it's a silent auction, and it's like 2 guys bidding, and we know each other's totals. So it's like you can kind of... A couple of times we swords each other, but not any... Like, we always sort of knew the outcome of the battle.
Right.
If you had, like, 4 people in the same spot, and one guy had 3 forts, one guy had 1, one guy had 2, one guy had 2, and everybody's got plus or minus 3 or 4 coins, that might not go somebody's way. Inevitably, if there were 4 people in the same battle... 2 people were at least bidding on the same action, and one of them's losing.
Yeah. I mean, you'll probably have 1 or 2 people who just Sevica and...
Yeah. Well, only one of them can do it.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You'll have 1 or 2 bidding for that.
Yeah.
Well, you have another guy or 2 bidding to, like, try to win the fight.
Yeah, and when all 8 are up for grabs every time, like those zones where we would just have, like, 1 guy sitting there or whatever, like we would still have to ration our coins across multiple battles you would take.
Right. I mean, there was like a final turn. I had a territory I just abandoned because it wasn't up for grabs. So there was no point in me leaving any forces there.
I had a couple like that, but like I was trying to get that color bonus where you're trying to get multiple different territories, a win in multiple territories. So I just like gave 2 of them up. It's like it's not even worth it.
Right. I actually did that too because I had the colors. Like, there'd be 3 points where I can send the forces and try to get more points.
Yeah. Yeah, because you left your home territory, right?
Right.
Yeah. It's like you already got it. Who cares?
Yeah, I mean, that wasn't as bad to abandon because I still had a stronghold there.
Yeah.
It was still my territory, even if it was occupied by... Actually, I don't even think anyone...
No, it ended up empty, and I just threw one guy up there.
Yeah.
It netted me a bunch of 3, at least 3 and then 13 if you think about it that way, because it gives me a color.
Yeah. So I can't believe that guy we were playing caused that one battle in that last zone. If he wasn't there, he may have actually won. Maybe. It would have been a lot closer between you two. And I would have been up there as well, actually.
It's a good game. I liked it a lot. I watched The Boys. I know you watched The Boys on Amazon. We've been talking about that before.
Yeah, I've watched it all before last episode, actually.
Yeah. That's not me. We've talked about it on the show before. That we were going to watch it, that we had or hadn't.
I think last week I said I'd watch it and you hadn't at that point.
No, I didn't. I watched it all in like 2 days this week.
It's a good show.
I dug it, yeah.
Which was funny because, like I was saying, me and my roommate were having a debate on how powerful Homelander was.
Yeah, you and roommates.
Yeah. He thought he was showing his full power basically before the last episode.
No.
It's like, no, dude. He's a jackass. He doesn't care. He's doing bare minimum work to do what he wants.
I got into an argument today with somebody, actually on the drive over here. Well, throughout the day, but on the drive over here, a girl that we both know goes, what was it about? Whatever it was, I know that she brought up, she goes, I liked that Batman vs. Superman movie. Yeah, have you ever seen that movie?
No.
It's absolutely wretched.
I value my time.
It's wretched.
You know how many different shows I got to watch?
I know.
I'm not going to waste... 3 hours on something that everyone says garbage?
Wretched, okay? I'm not even going to explain why it's bad because we don't have enough time, okay? So she goes, but I like whatever it was something about something she liked or didn't. And, there was a Star Trek meme I found, and I didn't even know it was a Star Trek meme. It was a poem from Next Generation. I don't recall the poem, but it's just a nonsense alien poem. And it's that Orange Beach Choppers meme, where the dad and the son are yelling at each other. Yeah. So it's like the dad saying the poem, and then the kid's like, it doesn't make any fucking sense, and he just keeps saying the poem.
Right.
So she goes, I don't understand where it's coming from. So she goes, I like this movie, and I go, well, that movie's shit, and you're shit if you like that movie. Right?
Such a people person.
Well, yeah, of course. But that movie is absolutely horrific. You can read it real quick.
I mean, you can keep talking while I read it.
Okay. Anyway, I didn't know what it was from. I just thought it was funny because of the nonsensical nature of the words.
Right.
But she had to find out what it's from. She's like, "What's it from?" And I'm like, "I don't fucking know. I just thought it was funny." And but she found out what it was from, and she was like, "Do you know what episode of Next Gen?" I don't fucking know. I don't care. I thought it was funny how it was. Right. It was just that I could derive pleasure from something without necessarily knowing its origin. She goes, I loved this movie. And I go, I fucking hated it. I'm not even going to argue with you. It has no merit. It's not good. She goes, it's better than any of that Marvel stuff because those are all the same movie over and over.
Kind of has a point there.
No, I'm not. No.
Or at least on the first movie.
For sure.
Movies.
No, I'm not arguing.
Yeah.
I'm not arguing that it's better or worse than Marvel movies. I'm just telling you it's a shit movie.
Right. No, I understand. I was just saying she did have a small point. Yeah. Was all my.
I'm just saying they don't correlate. Just because you don't like these doesn't make this movie good.
Right.
Okay. So it's a terrible movie. I'm just telling her it's garbage. She's like, I'm getting the background of The Boys. Trust me. She goes, the reason I liked it is because it was realistic or more realistic about the way that the government and politics and superheroes would work. And I was like. I always call her Dum Dum. That's my nickname for her. She always says dumb dumb shit.
Okay.
But normally it's sort of in jest.
Yeah.
But when she was like, it's got this realistic relationship of government and superheroes, I was like, no, it doesn't.
No.
And she goes, yes, it does. And I was like, you're fucking stupid, dum-dum. You don't know what you're talking about. The movie was offensive, and I've seen video footage of the creators apologizing for making it. And
wow.
She's like, she didn't refute me. She goes, they only apologize because people don't understand it. I was like, no. People who stand by their art will not apologize for it. Okay?
If it was people not understanding it, they would be explaining.
Have you ever heard me apologize for one of my jokes?
No.
Or making fun of somebody? No. Because I stand by those opinions. If I made a movie, I would not apologize for any way that anyone took that movie. These people, no, it's not the same. But I always say that to say that she was like, well, it's more realistic. I'm like, no, it's not. Like, I could give you 10 stories with superheroes and politics that are infinitely better.
Actually, I will say the Marvel movies are kind of one realistic approach to it. If you have a benevolent government.
Yeah.
Which, that's not realistic, but if the government actually was like that.
Yeah.
That would be more how they respond to that kind of stuff.
That Civil War movie is really not like all that out of the scope of your brain. Like, it's totally fine.
Yeah, I was gonna say even like Captain America: Civil War.
Yeah, that one's totally fine.
I could easily see that happening.
Yeah, it's totally fine. But she hasn't actually watched them. Like, it's not
fair.
She's seen like 3 of them or something. But that Batman vs Superman movie is nonsensical. None of it makes any sense. It's dumb. But The Boys has politics and superheroes, and like, it's obviously casting the superheroes in this like dark celebrity role.
Right, which is actually probably more realistic.
Exactly, but it's like
to the world we live in.
It was like I was like, I could give you 10 stories with politics and superheroes that are way better. She's like, call your bet, right? And I'm like, well, The Boys, like right off the bat, because I'd just seen it.
Right.
I'm like, this is like infinitely better portrayal of how superheroes could be, and in fact probably would be.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's probably one of the most realistic approaches. That may not be all like the big names may not be as evil as they are in The Boys.
Yeah, the only thing when I watched the pilot of The Boys, I kind of thought it would be pretty cool. And then they did a scene later where I thought it would be cool, but they swerved me. I thought it would be a pretty cool story if I was just writing a story, not like an extended comic book.
Right.
If in that story Homelander was actually a totally cool dude.
Yeah.
Like you would just go, like you saw A-Train, he's kind of shitty.
Yeah.
Okay. At least not very remorseful.
He starts off that way and honestly does not get any better.
He's flawed. Okay.
I mean, you understand it a little bit, but
the deep shitty guy.
Yeah.
The girl, Princess Maeve or Queen Maeve.
Queen Maeve.
Sell out.
Yeah, she was one I think was idealistic when she was younger.
Yeah.
And now at this point just worries about the payday.
Yeah. Translucent, total shitbag.
Yeah.
He was the perv that was invisible in people's everything.
Okay. Yeah, he could creep on people.
Yeah. His was totally shitty. Okay. Like the guy who can read minds, shitbag. I was like, it would be pretty cool if like the leader of the team was actually like the Superman. Like he was totally fine.
Right.
It was just like, this is the world I live in sort of deal. Obviously he turned out to be like a rapist, so.
Yeah. Well, that's maybe up for debate, but.
Sure.
That part, because she may have just told her husband that.
Sure, I don't know. Yeah. Who knows?
Yeah. Well, we may find out in season 2.
Yeah, but that was a good show. And then I was watching Young Justice, catching up on that this week. Saw like 3 episodes, and it is like the best thing you can watch if you want politics and superheroes.
Right.
It's the best show you can watch, which is crazy because it's a dumb animated show. Although it's not dumb anymore. In fact, one of the 3 episodes I watched, since they're on DC Universe now, they did a whole episode where they're doing all the stuff for the plot of the season, right? The plot of the season is the Justice League has been co-opted by the UN. Lex Luthor is one of the head of council at the UN, right? So the Justice League can only do things that like they're sanctioned to do. Now they still get to save people,
right,
and stuff like that. It's not like they can't do anything because it's like, dude, they're not gonna not let superheroes save people. Like I get, you have to understand, but they really are only gonna save like cities in destruction and war.
They're not gonna be walking the streets basically.
They can't go to war zones. They can't do undercover, like Batman, right?
Right.
How many times has Batman just broke into somebody's house to find info on a criminal?
All the time.
Okay, Justice Leaguers can't do that, right? Like if they're under the sanction of the UN. Okay, you can fight aliens, you can stop hurricanes and stuff like that. You can't like go off book and just break laws. Okay, and
that's reasonable.
Okay. And they have a sort of Illuminati society they call the Light. That's all the villains, which Lex Luthor is a part of.
Of course.
So the plot of the seasons they go on is that they're using Young Justice as their covert ops team. Like they're not part of the Justice League. They don't get on TV. They do all the going to other countries, going places they shouldn't go, sort of deal, because they're not as famous.
Right.
And they're fighting this. The Justice League is fighting this war intergalactically with Darkseid, because Darkseid is trafficking metahumans from Earth across the galaxy to try to take over planets and selling them to people. It's got a lot of child slavery and human trafficking stuff going on, different stuff. And they did a whole episode where you're seeing the plots going or whatever for the episode, and it keeps going back to one of the main characters who doesn't superhero anymore. She works at a sort of rehabilitation facility for these trafficked youths. Once they get saved, obviously, they've gone through some shit. And she's talking to one of these sideline characters you've seen for a couple episodes about, like, bruises that she keeps getting and, like, bruises her brother keeps getting. And, like, it's just the B-line story of the episode.
The B-plot.
Yeah. And at the end, like, she convinces her to finally tell her that her dad's been beating her, because she can't do anything if she don't tell her. And then, like, at the end, it's like, here's the, domestic abuse, the domestic violence hotline number, or whatever.
Right.
It's like, to put that in a kid's show, these guys are awesome.
Yeah.
Like, to dedicate a whole episode to it, and it worked. Like, it seemed fine.
Yeah.
But, like, that show, they gotta go around, and then, like, all the heroes don't like each other, because they had to do this thing where Dick Grayson is in charge of their team, and Batman quits the Justice League because he can't do all that UN stuff. And then, so they essentially form their own secret sort of opposition to the Light, where they're pulling strings. It's like Batman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, Miss Martian, and I think Nightwing. Who's Dick Grayson.
Okay.
It's like essentially almost all Batman characters though. They never told you that until like one of these episodes I just watched where somebody figures out and they blow up because they've been fabricating like saves that the heroes can do to get famous and like start a movement. Right. They've been doing pretty shady stuff for heroes. Yeah. It's like what you got to do to get by against other secret organizations or villains. Gosh, one of the girl, I think it was, I can't remember which I think it was Barbara Gordon. She like just goes off on Batman. She's like, I didn't see it, but like all the people that are in the inner circle of this group are all like your proteges. You know what I mean? Because like obviously Batman's reasoning for lying to people, screwing people over, putting extra people in danger is like the mission, right?
Right.
The mission against crime. And they're like, is it the mission or is it your mission?
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, it's the mission. It's like, then why are the only people in your circle people you taught to listen to you? And it's the deal. It's like, well, Wonder Woman's in it. It's like Wonder Woman's in deep space fighting aliens. She has been for literally a year and a half at this point. We just put her on Skype or whatever, space Skype or whatever it is.
Right.
Like she just thinks she's included, right? She ain't included.
I mean, to be fair for Batman, he's gonna trust people that he trusts.
Of course. No, it's all on character. Like, that's the deal. These people are making decisions that are harming other people, putting other people in danger, aren't, like, necessarily the most heroic decisions you can make. But I haven't seen any decision all season where it was like, oh, that's something that character shouldn't do. Like, everything the people do is pretty on character. And then the story flows from that, instead of having a story and then just moving people wherever you want them to be.
Right. Makes sense.
So I like The Boys. I mean, none of those guys do anything crazy that you don't think their characters wouldn't do.
Yeah, they all say on character.
Pretty much.
We're thinking about it now is probably why they had to show Homelander the way he was in the first episode. Because it was like the last minute of the first episode where they show his true colors.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because he shoots the plane down.
That's not in the first episode.
Oh, that's missing.
I forget what he does. I think it's just something in the council, like where all 7 of them meet up.
Yeah,
But
he
he
just
does.
mean or something too.
Yeah. Or I think it was something directed at A-Train,
Maybe.
where you realize, like, okay, maybe he's not a good guy.
Yeah, even after the episode, I was like, maybe he's just the dick, but maybe he's not like a horrible person.
Yeah.
Or maybe he's just like a conceited asshole. And then like he starts
It keeps going on
Yeah,
and on
then he
and
starts
on.
like
It's like,
murdering people and raping people and making terrorists.
yeah.
But I think it all works.
Oh, yeah, I love the show. I'm glad it has a second season.
A lot of the actors were pretty good.
And they're all
Paul Rudd was
good.
really good.
Yeah.
I liked most of the people. There
really
was
can't
nobody
say-
in that show I didn't like. I thought some of the scenes were just like I didn't need them.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think there's any part that like stands out to me that was horrible.
I thought that retrospectively, like I said, I told you this off air. I thought they did too much with the deep for them to not do anything in the end. But whatever.
I mean, the comic it's based off of, I looked up, I think it ran for like 10 years.
Okay.
So it may be building up to something with
Exactly.
them.
Like I don't know. I'm just saying.
Yeah, actually-
impressions of the first season.
Like, my least favorite scene actually was the deep, where you saw his gills and that woman.
Yeah, the sex scene with the girls.
Yeah.
At the very end, I was like, once he got ousted from the 7, I was like, oh, he'll be off for a while. Even if they bring him back later, like we're not gonna keep following him, right?
Right.
You keep following him to be like completely just unproductive to the plot stuff.
Like I said, I'm hoping it's building up to something.
Yeah, the Gills thing was weird. No, the thing which was the other one was the no scene, where Homelander is like no scene.
Oh, yeah.
I thought,
Him and Stillwell.
yeah, when that scene happened, I thought she was a metahuman. And she
Yeah.
had like pheromone milk or whatever. I don't know. I thought she was like.
Yeah, that's why maybe she was like the source of Compound V, whatever it was.
I didn't think that, but that would be a totally fine thing to think. I just
Yeah.
thought she was like a metahuman. Like that's how this dude just get kicked in line. Or maybe he is a good dude and like she's twisting him. And then like later it's like no, she's just human. He's just weird. It's
Yeah.
like okay. That's
I mean, they
weird.
kind of explained it because he pretty much grew up in a lab.
Yeah, it was just retrospectively it was like much to do about nothing.
Right.
You know, like it was just nothing ever happened and then that girl died. So what did it matter?
Yeah. That was kind of the last bit of showing how brutal he could be.
Yeah. I knew as soon as I saw that scene started, I was like, oh, he's killing her. If she's
Yeah.
dying, I don't care how she dies.
When Billy was there and Homelander shows up, it's like, it's not going the way he thinks it's going to go.
I like the way that they're portrayed. I'm glad that it's a long series. Maybe they can do multiple seasons. Because it's unique. Even though, like, a bad hero is not unique. They've done that story 1,000 times.
Right.
But it's unique because he's not a good hero. Not like he's not a good person. He's not really good at being powered. He never fought like had any great battles or anything like that.
Yeah.
Like
He's never had to try.
whereas he doesn't have like he's not even super cunning or anything. Like he's just powerful. He's not like a master genius or anything. Like when you see evil Superman, right? Like they're just badass. You know, just complete raw.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like I said, he never had to try.
Yeah.
He's lazy.
Yeah, like the thing in the finale where he's like, "What's your thing, man, Billy? Like, go ahead and tell me do your bad guy monologue. You know, like, tell me what you want out of this thing. You know, you got my girl here all tied up, and he's like, I just want you to be hurt, and he was like, no money, no nothing else. Weird. It's like he's like, you know, it's like the first time he's encountered like somebody with real virtues.
Right.
Even though he's so powerful, you know. So in that way, he's almost like a dumb character, villain. But he's not dumb. He's just, like I said, he's not super cunning or incredibly experienced.
I mean, my impression was he lived a pretty much sheltered life growing up because he was raised in a lab.
Yeah, I got the impression that...
And then he's
I
probably...
saw somebody that was like, why did he kill Billy? I was like, I got the impression he was just legitimately impressed. Like, you went through all that, you got this far...
Right.
And like you didn't even want anything. You didn't even get nothing out of it. You know what? I'm going to see your wife. You can come with. Like
he may be just wanting to torture him more.
Yeah. I don't know. He's crazy.
We'll find out.
Totally loony. Yeah, I like that show.
I enjoyed it quite a bit. I've actually started to watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine, enjoying it.
Yeah, I've seen like clips and stuff. I like the black police chief in that show.
I've seen a lot of clips. I was like, I'll try the show. I'm like halfway through season 2 of it already.
I finished The Boys. I watched that Mr. Rogers documentary. That thing's great. If anybody listens that has an HBO subscription, the Mr. Rogers documentary was really good. And I had wrestling stuff. I finally finished that G1 Climax I talked about like 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Wow. I think I was actually probably closer to a month at this point.
Well, it was...
It's pre-Gen Con.
I think it was... Wait. I have to go through my mind. Because it's 2 blocks of 10, so there would be 9 rounds. So there were 18 shows plus a finale. So it was 19 shows and all about 3 hours.
Dang.
So I actually finished it like a week after it finished. It finished probably like 2 weeks, like a week and a half ago or so, and I finished this week.
Yeah.
It finished last weekend. Okay. And then I had to slowly catch up from the stuff I didn't watch at Gen Con.
Right.
I was just a little behind.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is a lot to get through.
Did finally start the newest season of Black Mirror.
I'm like 2 seasons behind.
Didn't overly care for the first episode.
Is the Miley Cyrus one?
No. It was what's his name? Dude who plays Falcon.
Oh, yeah.
It was his episode, which is alright.
I haven't heard anything about this season.
Yeah. I wasn't overly impressed by it, but there's still 2 more episodes we'll see.
Everybody's gonna filter out at some point.
Yeah.
Every show gets bad eventually, I would say.
I mean, I don't mind the occasional, like, just off show, but on a series I like a lot, but when there's only 3 episodes in a season, it's kind of painful.
I thought, like, the only show that would never be immune to that would be Sherlock from BBC. They do 3 episodes a series, but each episode's like an hour and a half long.
Okay.
And, like, the first season's phenomenal. It's so good. Second season, just as good. Maybe better, because they used some pretty good guys in that series. The third series, it took, at that point, both of those guys, because it's Benedict Cumberbatch and Martin... What's that guy's name? He was in The Hobbit, and he was in Marvel and stuff. Martin Freeman.
Okay. I was going to say, I don't know, but I know who you're
They, like,
talking
did 2 series. Of course, it's like filming 3 movies.
Yeah.
In a row. So they did 2 series, and then both of them were like, oh, wait, we're, like, 2 of the hottest British actors in the world. Sorry, like, you know, The Hobbit and all those movies that Benedict Cumberbatch did, and then Marvel, like, this all pays more than the BBC. Sorry. So it was, like, another 2 years before they got, like, another season out, and it wasn't as good. And then there was a 4th season, and that thing wasn't good at all. Like, there was one of those episodes I was just like, get this motherfucker over. Which is crazy, like I said, because, like, the pilot's, like, one of the best things you'll ever see. Even if you just watch it as a movie.
And I'm actually thinking about it on Black Mirror. First 3 seasons were awesome, and that was all when it was still pretty much a British show for the whole point.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Because I think they had season 3 done when Netflix bought it.
Yeah, I think so, too.
And since Netflix had it, it's kind of gone down some, which is kind of sad to say.
It is what it is, man. It's always going to happen that way.
Because they're so good with their shows, but...
I mean, people sleep on the BBC here in this country.
Yeah.
But, and I do a little bit because I just don't have the time to watch something from everything. But when I was watching a lot of BBC shows, I always thought they were good.
Yeah.
Sherlock was great. Everybody says Luther is good. I think I saw the first series that's got Idris Elba in it. It was pretty good. There was a Jekyll show I watched that was pretty solid. There was a Robin Hood show they did that was pretty solid.
I mean, I know you don't watch it, but Doctor Who.
Yeah, I don't watch Doctor Who, but I know so many people love it.
Right.
Yeah. They did a Merlin show that was also totally fine.
Yeah.
I
have no problems with any of their shows, really.
Yeah. I mean, they're all pretty solid.
I know Top Gear was a hot show for them until they replaced the host of it.
Yeah.
And they kind of dropped
down. They have a
down.
cooking show, too, I think, that's, like, real popular, but I don't know the name of it.
Yeah. They do all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. Most of that stuff I'm talking about is a little bit older. I don't know what they still make. But,
right.
And then I love Orphan Black, but it actually wasn't a BBC show. It was
I need to watch it.
Oh, man, you'd love it.
But there's so many shows I need to watch. Because I actually did finish a series of Unfortunate Events.
You did finish it, or you need to?
I need to.
Jeez.
I'm still in season 2 of it.
How many seasons are there?
3?
Yeah.
Because I think they've at this point done all 10 books.
Yes, it's finished.
I need to catch up on Glow.
Yeah, that show's good.
Because I've only watched the first season of it.
That show's great. This new season was real good. I liked it a lot. I'll watch the next season.
Need to watch Veronica Mars.
I don't need to.
I want to, because I've heard nothing but good things. I just never got around to watching it.
I need to watch. I mean, I've seen the original show Once Upon a Time, and I need to rewatch it. Because I was talking to a friend of ours that just rewatched it, and I was mentioning the scenes that I remembered, and he was like, "Well, you remember the good stuff, like some of the biggest scenes, but then he would mention something else. Like, oh man, I do need to rewatch the thing."
Yeah,
it's pretty solid. It's just it's an old show at this point, and obviously I've seen Kristen Bell and a bunch of stuff, so it's weird watching him be so so young.
Right.
I don't know. I kind of want to watch Mindhunter on Netflix. They just did a new season of that. It's like an origins of the FBI's program to target serial killers.
Okay.
It's a fictional drama, but
well, yeah, but it's like loosely based on.
Yeah. It's like when they first started finding serial killers in the 60s and like talking to them.
Right.
You're like, what makes you tick? Sort of deal.
Yeah. Why did you do what you do?
Yeah. It's like the precursor to like Criminal Minds or something like that.
That sounds neat.
I really like the trailer, and it's got a really high score on whatever you just determine is your score thing you watch shows on.
Yeah.
I do need to watch it at some point. There's plenty of shit though.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of anything else I've done this week or watched.
I played. I opened my laptop for the first time since Gen Con. I played some Magic Arena yesterday.
I really have not touched my computer.
Yeah.
Beyond to read some stuff on Discord and watch random YouTube videos.
Yeah.
But nothing really noteworthy to talk there. I feel kind of bad for never playing games right now.
It's hard, man. I don't have the time. You don't have the time.
In the part of the country we live in, after being outside in like 100-degree weather.
Oh yeah, it's absolutely killer.
When I get home, I really just want to sit on the couch. Actually, before I even sit down, I generally make dinner. So I'll sit down and I just don't move until I go to bed.
It's absolutely killer hot outside, yeah.
Yeah. When you got heat indexes of 110 plus.
Well, and it's like weird where we live. Like today, I went to the gas station and they have a little forecast up on the screen of the pumps now. And it was like high 96, low 70, scattered thunderstorms. So it's like, that's not real. Why? No place has real weather like that. It can't be 97 and thunderstorming. I'm sorry.
That's the beauty of where we live. Is we get the weather from the north. At times we get the weather from the south. And sometimes they come at the same time. It's been a wet year too this year.
Oh my god. There's been so much rain this year.
Yeah.
Like, I keep thinking I'm crazy because I feel like I say stuff like that every year. Like, oh, maybe, it took a long time for it to get hot this year. It actually did that too.
Yeah, it did kind of, but man, it's making up for it.
Yeah, I know. It's ungodly hot the last 2 weeks. But it rains like every other day. It has been doing that all this year.
It really has. And that's crazy for us.
I know. Dude,
especially in the summer.
I want to go look whenever the year is up, like at the numbers.
I actually want to ask a friend I got that's a weather nerd, and ask him, like,
dude, what is it's gotta be
Is it just
high.
me, or is it just feels like it's wetter this year?
Sometimes you just don't know. Like one year I was like, I remember a couple of years ago, I was like, man, it has snowed more than any other year I can remember. Now, I ain't that old, but like, I got a good memory.
Right.
And somebody like looked it up and they're like, you're just fucking dumb. Like, it snows this much every year. Like, or whatever it was. It was like I was totally wrong. It just maybe like, since I was working and not doing whatever it was. Maybe I was just really active at that time.
Right.
As opposed to when I would be previously. But this year, there's no way.
Last winter, we didn't get any real snow, did we?
No, I don't think we got any at all.
I know the year before we had like a day and a half of a snow day.
Yeah. I remember this year, last year, was this past winter.
Yeah.
Like, one day they were talking about maybe you could get like a day off work or whatever, because we drive, so like.
Right.
We can kind of. And I think that I went to work and like a couple guys didn't, and our buddy Andrew took a picture of one snowball he could make with the stuff on his sidewalk, and he put it just a one snowball in the middle of his driveway and took a picture and sent it to the team and said, I can't go into work again. Hey guys, it's too slippery out there or whatever.
Right.
Like as just to be facetious. Yeah, it was no snow at all.
Oh, we did play, to get back to a more interesting topic than the weather. We did play
really talking about the weather.
Yeah. We did play the new Zombicide Invader.
Oh my god, I forgot.
We played a few games. Yeah, it's kind of bland, but it's honestly what I expected for it. A sci-fi theme.
Yeah.
Where you're not really fighting zombies or fighting aliens.
This is my least favorite of the Zombicides.
Yeah.
Not to say it's bad.
Yeah, I mean, it's still solid.
Yeah.
And maybe a little better when I incorporate more of the expansions.
Could be, yeah. The base game was a little bland.
Because, yeah, all I had was a base game and, like, the Kickstarter box.
Yeah, it was a little bland, I think. Not bad, just a little bland.
Yeah.
So this is the reason I'm pretty wishy-washy on co-op games. Even though we play co-op games, it's not like we don't.
Yeah, we actually played quite a few.
Yeah, it's just that I don't like walk-through wins.
Right.
If you're playing a co-op game, because it almost seems like you're not doing anything. Like, we played one round and lost, but we were cheating. We didn't know we were cheating against ourselves.
Yeah, we were making it way harder.
And I guess we actually never win, but like we really didn't win because we didn't game. Because we could have easily won the game, we lost. I just was like, I'm not gonna game the system and just walk around and do nothing.
Yeah.
I could just walk through a building and just fought no zombies and we would have won no problem. But I was like, there's zombies out here. I'll go fight them.
Right.
And it worked against us because of what spawned, but it wasn't like it was an unwinnable fight or close at all. Like we could have totally won easily.
Yeah, we just had a bit of bad luck there.
Yeah, it was just way. To me, it was like almost too easy, and I don't like sitting down to set up a game that takes so long to set up, and then it's like, oh, we won or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, that scenario was an easy scenario.
Yeah,
which
could be
is
different, of course.
Yeah, I was gonna say Zombicide tends to like ease you into it over the course of the scenarios.
Yeah. And we were playing with less people and whatnot, too.
Yeah, we were all playing 2 characters, which does change it a bit.
Yeah, I think Zombicide's best with, like, a lot of players, and...
It's best with 6 people.
Yeah, with 6 people.
No more, no less.
And to me, it's best with 6 people under the pretense that all of you will take your fucking turns.
Right. That's the biggest problem with a lot of the people we played Zombicide with, is they want to...
I don't like
spend, for a turn, they'll spend 10, 15, 20 minutes talking about what to do.
I just don't like gaming the game.
Yeah.
Because Zombicide, I'm telling you, I know everybody loves that game and stuff, and I don't think it's a bad game at all. You can game the fuck out of that game.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, like I said, we'll spend like 15, 20 minutes talking about what to do instead of doing it.
Yeah. It's like, to me, it's like, dude, games like that to me are just essentially tabletop RPGs, but without a pre-made character, right? Like, I mean, dude, don't. But you'll go there and they'll be like, oh, you're off by yourself. Well, since you're off by yourself, why don't you sit right there and just take your whole turn, make a bunch of noise, and this way we can go get all these objectives because you made the most noise and this and this and that. And it's like, you couldn't talk to my character with it. Like, if you're going to die,
right?
Like, I don't want you to just lose the game or whatever. I'll do what I can to help you. But, like, you're right. I mean, they'll go into these lengthy conversations about what can we do to game. Yeah, like, they're like, what can we do to move the zombies? It's like, you move your characters,
right?
And try to live. Don't, but whatever. I mean, it's a difference of opinion.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah, so.
I keep seeing more pictures of the Superstar Destroyer for Armada.
How many pictures can you possibly see?
A lot.
It's just one figure.
Yeah, but it's all over any of the groups that talk about Armada. Because it's like the only release it's had in a year.
I bet.
I want it.
Get it.
Don't have the money right now.
Oh my gosh.
Gotta pay for Gen Con.
Yeah.
And Kickstarters.
Like we need any more Kickstarters.
Well, there's at least one more back in this year.
I've got at least 2 more coming.
Oh, that's not mentioning what I got coming.
Oh, okay.
There's one that should be launching before the end of the year, but I'm gonna back the Joan of Arc.
Of course. I've got Mechanica coming, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles coming this year.
Is Turtles actually gonna make it this year?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's in Game Trade magazine, man. I got it up for pre-order through retailers.
Oh wow. That's impressive.
Yes, yeah, I was very impressed.
I mean, I should have some more Forbidden Fortress stuff coming. Shadows of Brimstone.
I don't know when Mechanica is actually going to end up shipping.
It looked like it was final at Gen Con.
Not everything was perfect, they told me, but
okay.
I'll get it this year. I just don't know. I think it's probably going to be like November, though. They like some weirdness on some of the cards, some of the printing, maybe a couple printing errors.
I think I got another cool mini game coming this year. The Cthulhu one.
Yeah.
I think it's slated for this year, but
and the Totals game changes constant is October.
We need to play more of the first one.
I know. We're like halfway through.
Yeah, we need to play it more. With all our free time.
Whoops. Oh, and Valor and Villainy, or Villainy and Valor.
I haven't heard about that one.
I have coming next year.
What is it?
It's like a tabletop RPG.
Okay.
It's miniatures, and everybody gets a character, and your character has abilities, and you you go loot and get items and stuff. This is like fantastical setting.
Okay.
I was just looking at my stuff earlier because I was looking to see if I got a new update for Turtles, because the last update was like from July or something, or from July or June, and I was like, but it said in that update, we'll update you after Gen Con, and it's been 2 weeks and we still haven't gotten no new update.
I mean, to be fair, a lot of companies, especially the smaller one, is Gen Con ends on that Sunday. Most of they spend like all day Monday packing up.
I picked up my phone.
Yeah. They spend like all day Monday packing up to ship everything back out.
Yeah.
And then they go home and they're just dead for the rest of the week.
No, I get it. It's Valor and Villainy, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, I got that. Sentinels Comics RPG coming out.
Yeah.
Like I knew I was forgetting something big.
Yeah.
Board game wise, got a few video games, and eventually Sentinels of Earth Prime will come out.
Oh God.
I keep forgetting about that.
I don't know when that's gonna come out. Oh, even when another Sentinels game is gonna come out, that Tactics game.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with it. Seems like they're focusing on the RPG, trying to get it out the door.
Yeah.
And they're still developing Prime War. That's what they're calling it.
I will probably kickstart. See, I tend to remember that we saw something about IDW Games doing the Batman the Animated Series. Game.
I've heard they're working on it, but
they released a game last year called under the same IP, but it was like Gotham City Under Siege. It's got like 4 minis, and it's like a board game.
Right.
But I tend to remember I heard they were doing a game under that IP that was going to be like Totals, where it was like scenarios and playable characters, is what I thought I heard.
I mean, they kind of rebranded Turtles.
They did, under a system.
They named a system for Turtles, like they're going to use it for more games or more IPs.
Yeah. But I looked today, and I couldn't find a Kickstarter for it, and it said nothing on their website about it. But their website is a little incomplete. And I couldn't find anything on BGG either.
I want to say there was an update on one of the Turtle Kickstarters.
Maybe.
I really don't remember.
I have to go look back through them. I know they're doing that. They're supposed to be doing the Dragon Ball Z game, right?
Okay.
Wait, is it them or who did we see that's doing a Dragon Ball Z game now?
Man, no, that's me. At this point, Gen Con's all one blur to me.
I'm pretty sure it's... IDW Games did a couple of Dragon Ball Z games I saw on the website today, but I thought they were doing a miniatures game. Who's doing a miniatures game?
No telling. I was thinking about it. I did not know there were so many Batman games or DC miniature games out there. Because we saw like 2 different ones at Gen Con. One was kind of a board game, but it was like the Zombicide.
Man, I need to look up that game. You just said it. The game we saw. There's a actual Batman miniatures game that's a tactics war game.
Yeah, it's a straight up 100% miniatures game.
Okay, yeah, I have no interest in that. The minis are really expensive, and I don't have money to play with it.
Right.
Okay. The other thing we saw was like that. It was like a board game scenario.
Yeah, it was kind of a cool mini style game.
But they had cool ass miniatures too.
But I don't remember the name of it.
I probably have it in my phone somewhere.
I vaguely remember where it was in the convention center, so I could probably go pull up the map.
Something hard. That was Arkham something. But regardless, that game was cool too.
Oh, something I found out this week where I was at work. I was Googling.
Sure.
Firelock Games, the Blood and Plunder guys.
Yeah.
The reason they weren't in the dealer hall, whoever they were sharing the space with couldn't get their space.
Huh.
So they were there. They were just running tournaments. They weren't selling.
Gotcha.
It's like, man, it's a pity they didn't have a booth.
Yeah. I don't know if we mentioned that last time. Did we mention that on the Gen Con show?
I don't remember if we did.
To Gen Con with the thing of like, we've seen Blood and Plunder for like 4 years. If we see it, we're buying it.
Yeah, we're going to go buy Army. That's probably $300 in it. I easily was going to do probably $300.
They were not there, so they can get a goddamn dime.
Right? Maybe next year.
We bought Power Rangers and Rumble Slam and all kinds of other stuff instead.
I mean, I did get one new game, so I was happy about that.
Man, I haven't played Rumble Slam either.
Yeah, I actually haven't finished building all the models.
I saw that when I walked in here.
During the week, I don't want to do anything.
I know, I feel that. Dude, God, dude, we could do 10 podcasts on stuff I want to do that I don't do.
Right.
I built all my models and primed them. I haven't painted them, but I don't have any confidence in myself as a painter. So
what you need to do is you actually have access to this. Is take the Zombicide Black Plague stuff home.
Yeah.
And just say you're gonna paint it because it never gets played at the store anymore.
Fair.
Or that set.
I thought about buying the used set that's up at our shop. It's like $50 for the core.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah.
I mean, because zombies are something. If you screw up, you can just cover it up a little easier. Because I got my zombies primed.
Yeah.
I just haven't put paint to them.
Yeah. What kind of primer did you use? Did you use a spray primer or paint?
It was spray primer. It was army paints.
Yeah.
Necrotic flesh. Because they do colored primers.
Yeah.
Or do you just do that as for base coat as well?
Yeah, I'm thinking about going by the army that store that we have here.
The one near my house.
The Games Workshop.
Oh no. Okay, the Game Workshop store, like in the south side of town.
Mm-hmm.
That's such a strange spot for a store.
Well, I mean, it's just like an add-on to their factory, isn't it?
I don't know.
I don't think it's like a standalone. I don't think it's a standalone store.
Yeah, but I don't think they actually run it. I think some third party runs it for them.
Yeah, but it's like on their shipping hub or something.
Yeah.
It's not standalone. Like they're not renting space to have a store.
Yeah, which actually, talking to game stores around town, that new one that out east apparently is open.
Interesting.
That's focused on miniatures.
Mm-hmm.
Need to go check it out one time.
We do. I don't know when.
In all of our free time.
You're on the early shift. We can do something.
Yeah, we can figure it out.
Yeah. Okay. Oh man, I always think I'm gonna write and I never write.
We got an idea for another podcast to do. Or just like be more structured than this one.
Yeah, no.
We just gotta find time to do all the prep work because honestly, for that show, an hour-long show of that, probably is gonna be 10 hours of prep. Easy.
Which one are you talking about?
The Pokemon.
Yeah.
Because that's one of those, we'll get an idea and it's going to go down a rabbit hole for a minute. I want to do it.
Yeah. When we have the time, I'll absolutely do it.
I kind of want to get all the sound issues.
Yeah, that's been my thing now. It's been my thing, actually.
Which doesn't stop us from doing the prep work.
Ah, dude, still. It's a lot of work.
Yeah, it really is.
If we do the prep work and then don't follow through, they'll get lost. The prep won't get lost, but the ideals get lost. Actually.
Right.
It is what it is.
That's part of life.
Yeah, I thought about starting to do some different themed episodes. It's always hard to get themes and the prep work. I thought about doing one where it would be like both of us would come up with like what if you could make a movie like in the MCU, say for this next phase, like what movie would you make? Like that'd be the deal.
Interesting. I actually thought about like Game of Thrones, like how would we have redone the last 2 seasons of it? Because I feel like we could have done a better job.
The prep work. Yeah, I know. Oh, dude, I could do a better job. I can tell you off the bat. And I'm not like a guy that's like, I'm so great or whatever. But no, I can do
Which actually, I saw an article where George R.R. Martin was like, yeah, the show didn't do what I thought it was going to do. I thought it was going to boost my morale and get me working harder.
Yeah.
It has the opposite effect. He's like, I wrote 40 pages where I should have wrote a ton more.
Yeah. Shit. 40 pages, a lot of pages.
Oh, maybe it was like 4 and should have wrote 40 at that time.
Yeah, whatever it was.
Yeah. But it's like, damn, I don't want to hear that.
Yeah, I know. That's what it is.
I want them to finish those books.
I think that's about it. I didn't play anything else. I didn't watch anything else.
I haven't played anything. Like I said, I've pretty much only been watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
I finished Dr. Mario World.
I didn't realize there would be an end to it.
There it is. There's 200 levels.
Okay. That seems kind of short.
They're doing more every update.
Yeah.
They do like 20, like whatever a
Like a
world
world
consists
is.
of. They do a new world like every update.
That makes sense.
And obviously you can go back and I didn't finish all the time, just the levels that you.
I hate the time levels. Even though I think I finished them in that first world.
I finished them in the first world. I was playing. I guess I could still be playing versus. I am pretty good at versus.
Alright. You need to download Magic Card Jump.
Oh, I should.
But it's one of those, it's like 5 minutes out of your day.
Yeah.
It's not going to kill that much time.
The grind like bores me sometimes on mobile games like that.
Yeah. That's the problem with most mobile games is you got to wait for some imaginary resource to build up. You can't just keep playing it.
Yeah, the games I play, I can show my friend, they're just all like puzzle games. They're just infinite plays.
Yeah. Like my favorite game, one game I've been keeping up with for like over a year at this point, is a puzzle game.
Yeah.
But it's also one of those you gotta let the resource build up to buy the maps.
Yeah, I try to not do that. I try not to get into those.
But yeah, I really got nothing else to talk about.
Nothing else from this week, not really. Oh, I went and saw.
Yeah.
I went and saw that the new Quentin Tarantino movie.
Oh yeah, I remember you telling me.
I meant to mention it earlier when we were talking about stuff we hadn't watched because now I need to go back and watch a couple of the Tarantino movies I had seen too far back to remember exactly every scene of them or whatever.
Right.
So I want to know how good this is. When I got done watching it, I thought this is like my favorite one. And then, but the guy I went with was like, "Wow, is this as good as Inglourious Basterds?" I was like, I don't know. It's been a long time since I've seen. I think I watched it when it came out. I think it came out in like 2011.
I actually haven't watched that one.
It's on Netflix.
I need to. I have no good excuse of not watching it.
And it's been a long time since I've seen both Kill Bills together too. And it's been a long time since I've seen Reservoir Dogs. So I kind of want to watch all 4 of those movies at some point too.
Gotta watch Pulp Fiction.
I've seen Pulp Fiction a bajillion times.
Yeah, but you still gotta watch it. You're gonna watch do all that air work.
I've seen it like 3 times this year.
Doesn't matter. If you're gonna watch the Air Force, you might as well watch it.
I'd have to rewatch Django too, but I've seen it and Hateful Eight. So.
There's actually fuck, I don't remember the movie what he did.
Grindhouse?
No, it was like
Jackie Brown.
Yeah, there we go.
I watched Jackie Brown last year, I think. I saw it very recently. I had never seen it before, and I watched it for the first time like not even a year ago.
Okay.
I'm fresh on it. It's good, but it's not. It was his first movie. It's not his other one.
Was it his first?
Pretty sure.
Okay. I know it was an early one for him.
It's a great movie. It's got great. Yeah. It's really for God because it's not flashy like the other ones are.
Right.
It's not got like the soundtrack of like Reservoir Dogs or quite the dialogue of Pulp Fiction or some of the others. And then of course he did started doing period pieces where it's like a Western and World War II and the 60s. So it's just like a normal, takes place in the 90s.
It was contemporary for the time.
Normal people saying normal things. It's just a heist movie. It's good. It's a great movie.
Oh yeah,
absolutely. It made great. The lead won most outstanding performance of an actress that year. But it's a great movie. It's not remembered like the other one.
And whenever I think of Tarantino movies, for whatever reason, it makes me think of Snatch. That movie. I don't know why.
I don't know why either. Okay, now I'm done. I just want to mention that movie. It's worth watching. It's totally good.
I need to watch it, but yeah.
It's worth watching anyway because it's good. But when we got done with it, we both loved it. The guy went and saw it with. But the reason we both loved it is it takes place in 1969. It coincides with the Sharon Tate murders that were done by the Charlie Manson family. And it's got a guy in it that used to act in 50s Western shows and movies from the 50s. So it's a great movie if you either lived in the 60s or you're a real American history buff and a Hollywood buff. Of you've seen movies from the 50s, you've seen a lot of Westerns, you know the history of 1969, where the culture was, some Charles Manson history. Some different history of actors. There's a Playboy house scene that I've seen in documentaries on the Playboy Mansion and you have and all this stuff. So it's to me when I watch this, all of the stuff I know is culminating. Right? It's I made a list because I was telling my grandmother that it's all these things you would want to know ideally for it to be perfect.
Right.
So when we got done, this is one of the best movies I've ever seen. And it's like, but it's only one of the best movies you ever saw if you were like a history buff, a movie buff, a classic movie buff, a 50s TV show buff, a pop culture buff,
right?
A motor, a true crime buff. If you were like 10 things buff, right?
Yeah.
Interest, and you knew all of them when you went and saw it, then it's one of the best movies you've ever seen. So it's like, who did he make this movie for?
Himself, probably.
Yeah. So I got it, but no, it's good anyway. Like,
right.
It's not like shoving any of that. They don't mention, like, they never say the word Manson. It's just implied.
Right.
And they actually do go to where his family lives, but it's not like you need know any of that stuff to see the movie. It's still totally good. Sort of the same way as Inglourious Basterds. It's sort of like spoofing off a lot of real history, but you don't need to know the history for the movie to be good or bad.
Yeah. That makes
sense. I think it was real good. Alright, that's going to be it. Still on Instagram at Questionable Fandom. Facebook is Questionable Fandom Podcast. And we do have a qf.mailbag@gmail.com for any questions or show topics you want to send in.
Right. Got the Patreon Questionable Fandom.
It's true.
Yeah.
That's going to be it for this week.